Yeah, good morning, viewers all over the world. For some of you that are seeing me for the first time, Momu Ogbuefi Eze-Ana Ugochi Tubelu Oraifite, maọbụ kpọọ m Akajugo, abụ m onye isi nchụaja na Ugochi Tubelu na temple. Anyị na-agba afọ miri emi dụkwazi ọrụ mmụọ dị iche iche. Abụgazi m onye isi nchụaja na ọdịnala Restoration Evangelical Mission, bụrụ onye mgbasa ozi ọdịnala Igbo. So you can call me a priest or an evangelist, I will answer. My mission is to help people live better life. N'ụbọchị taa n'oge awa nke isiokwu anyị ji wee bịa bụ God is one, spirituality is one. Anyị wee na-achọ ịkọwa na Chukwu bụ ofu n'ebe niile. Ikwena ka mmadụ ọbụla confuse gị gwa gị na chi gbara mkpi one ma one. Chi nke okwu ka na-ekwu maka ya. Ekwena ka ihe gbasara okpukpere, usoro okpukpere bring enmity between brothers. Chukwu okike pụrụ ime ihe niile is one. And we are all worshiping him alone. The difference is that people are worshiping him with different dialects, from different culture. Then people are worshiping him using different methods. Ndị Igbo na-atụ n'ihu si na mba na-asụ n'onu n'onu ma na-akwa ụkwara ọbụrụ ofu. Nke bụ isiokwu na Chukwu okike pụrụ ime ihe niile is only one. Yes, ọ si ya bụ onye ala aja anyị na-achụrụ anụ. Ihe dịzi iche na etu ndị si akpọkụ ya. Ị bụrụ onye ọdịnala Igbo, don't allow anybody to coerce you or to tell you that you are not worshiping the spring god, unless if you are not properly mentored. Yes, I can tell you now, onye ọbụla nwere gift bụ onye nwere gift, unless if the person decided to work do dwell in negativity. That is different thing. Mana ọ bụkwa na ike niile o si n'aka Chukwu abịa, he is the unmovable mover. The rough fact nchọrọ ịgwa gị bụ na Chukwu okekechara ụwa na ike niile na mmụọ niile ọ bụrụ ofu. However, he gave human being freedom of choice. So whatever you use that freedom of choice given to you to do is entirely your own business. And you will always give account to the supreme being how you utilize your earthly existence. Remember, God is one. Ụzọ esi efe Chineke ejekwuru mmụọ is one. Yes. So let's live in peace. Let's respect each other's view or point. Because you know what it takes for you to come into recognition of whatever you believe or stand in now. So allow the other person to experience it all based on personal experiences or previous earth life. And allow the person to come to maturity or recognition of the supreme Godhead. But before we dive into today's lecture proper, important announcement. Don't forget that we are still in the month of September. Our monthly ritual for the month is still ongoing. You can join us anywhere you are all over the world. This show to God in my temple, Chuaja, God for Kubi in this way all over the world. Friends of the temple, children of the temple, members of the Restoration Evangelical Mission, and the consecrated group. It was I see made till the last day of the month. The last day of the month, I get a pay Lomana Hambado. Bena temple, Chuaja to entities of powers. Jereben Chuaja, Buebu, Mesaraka, Nahamadu. Kepwazian Damus. So, I want to tradition we started this group ritual over 3 years. Yes, we have massive testimonies. I want to tradition he gave me a charge on WhatsApp, forward or 3 prayer requests, then make token donation to the account number. The charge on WhatsApp, but one other details we need for you in order to. Now, the second announcement before we die. We are in the month of September for the annual festival. If you're a child of the temple, remember, September 16th is the D-Day for annual festival in the temple. Aturaja no ojo child of the temple, mande no uru mande no nibo. That contribute to their quota towards making it a huge success. Now this year annual festival is very unique because it's a special festival. Not that this year festival can lay a foundation of the place of worship. Only for the pictures, he let me know of the proposed place of worship. Yes. So on that system, God lay the foundation. So after I know on outside of the temple, God contribute whatever he can to make it a reality. Now, WhatsApp not big at what I'm 0805 7837672 or 0813824381. Now let's dive into today's lecture proper. Yes. WhatsApp not big at what I'm going to. Now here na cheko wara gi bu chukwu bu ofu n'ebe niile. I remember my sojourn in India. I was invited by an engineer working with their central government. He happened to be a Hinduist. Now, he took me around. Yes, on my research, I followed them to some festivals. Yes, I attended some of their festivals. So what am I saying in essence is this. Festival is all over, everything, the whole world. Chukwubofu. And my research based on the Hinduism, I understand that they believe in the spring godhead known and called Bhagwan. The same way we in the Igbos, the Africans, call him Chukwu, because we recognize there were other gods. In fact, Ebukuchi to Madibeng. So you are small gods. However, we are talking about the omnipresent, omniscience, omni-everything. He is the creator of the whole universe. He is the Alpha and Omega. That spring head is known and called Chukwu, the greatest. And the spring head ordinary Igbo na worship. Yes. Ụfọdụ n'ime ndị mmadụ aghọtara ihe gbasara spirituality, especially Igbo spirituality. They leveled so much allegation against Igbo spirituality, saying that we are idol worshippers. No. Yes. We recognize the existence of other elemental beings, entities of powers, as a whole. But we don't worship them. We reference them. Yes. Negotiate terms and conditions and modalities with whom we reference them. Can you say that for the fact that you are looking for a contract or appointment in Abuja and you have a minister who happens to be closer to you, then you visited the minister in his office, pay homage to him, could that be said that you are worshiping the minister? No, the answer is no. What you are trying to do is called lobbying, building personal relations with those high profile personalities, as case may be, for them to help to facilitate and help you to lobby for you to get that appointment, that a contract you are looking at in the federal government. So the same thing is what we are doing in Igbo spirituality via Amadioha, Udo, Ogugu, Olas, name them. We normally build personal relations with them so that they will always help us to intercede in our matters. Rather, we don't worship them. We do reference. We reference them, but not worship. Some of you will be arguing, why is it that we are before their images and whatever? We don't worship them. Even in the book of Numbers, Chukwu kesere ga worship ni ihe ọbụla agboro akpụ ma ọ bụ nke selese. Yes. But when you are worshiping them and genuflecting them before them, believing them and seeing them as the Alpha and Omega, that is when you begin to worship them. When you take the last order from them, when you neglect Chukwu Okike's injunctions, directions, and the laws, and begin to obey, whether it's human, whether it's all the creatures, you are worshiping them. I can tell you without missing words that some of you looking at me now worship your parents. Some of you are worshiping your husband or even your wife. Some of you are worshiping your bosses. That person that sent you to go and buy another person and you went. Is the person you worship. Whoever that has so much influence to the extent that the person can send you on errand to go and commit evil and you do, is who you worship. That you see me before an image of an entity of power or elemental being does not mean worshiping. Worshiping is when you totally give the entity the highest honor and you obey, because it's obedience that makes you worship. So if you negate Chukwuoke's law, thou shalt not kill, and you went ahead on the orders of any creature or any entity of power to kill, that it means that you have gone against the Chukwuoke Premier. That the highest order you take order from now is that order, whether it's your your boss, or whether it's your principal power you are working for, whether it's anybody that gave you that order to go and do something that is abnormal. That is what you worship. So I can tell you without missing words, so some people are even worshiping money. If you can be driving with because of love of money to go and do those things that is negative, you worship money. If you as a man, you can commit that sadly act in order to please your wife, you worship your wife. The same thing with the woman. Yeah, well, you worship your husband. But we are all worshiping him alone. However, we reference more. What we are lacking in this part of the world, we don't even fear God. Rather, we fear human beings. We made some human beings demigods, to the extent that we can do evil in order to please our principles, and then neglect the laws of Chukwuoke. I can tell you, if they want to sanitize this country, let them begin to swear people in any elected office with Eze-Ana, with the 4 cardinal points. The person will swear, not just these formalities we are normally have now. They are taking somebody to swearing in. The person will now come and say all the abracadabra, because the person knows that swearing in is a joke. But if you swear the person in with the whatever God the person serve, that has to do with indigenous, the person will fear it. Have you forgotten the early our elders, the first republic? They serve with sincerity because Hana told Jana, man and a man. Spirituality is one. Why the developed world are ahead of us? Because people understand the principle of serving with clean hands. Nobody is ready to embezzle money meant for public service. So, but here, people will embezzle government money meant for public service, and we keep clapping for them. So let's fear God and begin to worship God with what is obtainable in our area. So let's begin to swear them in with the gods of our land, so that no problem. So spirituality is one. But the problem is that we are not even worshiping God well in Africa. And that is why somebody will see himself or herself in a elected position, he will use it to embezzle the whole money and to enrich himself or herself. That is the problem. And things are going wrong. So what am I saying? Chukwu okepụrụ ime ihe niile ndị ọcha na-efe adịrị iche na nke anyị. Ofu Chukwu dị. Ihe dị iche bụ usoro esi ejekwuru Chukwu. So respect another person's belief. Talking down on another person's way of worshiping cannot achieve anything by doing so. We must respect other people's way of worship. Then, and show love in anything we do, and remove hate and envy. Very important. I'm rounding up. So what I'm telling you today is that Chukwu bụ ofu. And ụzọ esi efe Chukwu bụ ofu, only language that differs. Recognize and respect whatever that is sacred in your own culture. Don't go against it. So let's begin today to recognize that supreme head. Onye anyị na-afụ anya mana ọ na-afụ anyị. The creator of the whole universe. That is what we should be doing. So respect your brother. Ọ bụrụ na ọkpọ oku bịa, agwụ m seniche, nna m ike na-abụ abụ, ozi abịaba. So you can see that agwụ works everywhere. Whether in alone as a spiritualist, whether in alone as a dibia, whether in alone as a pastor or reverend father, it is something. The most important thing is that inner awakening. Awakening, they call you so that you will begin to do exploits. Let me stop here. If you have any question in today's lecture or you want us to do deep consultation for you, chat me on WhatsApp 080578377672 or 0813824381. Now on the screen, you have these numbers. Now let us pray. Ekwem na Chineke. Ekwem na ọ dị ihe siri m ike ke Chineke na-apụghị ezi m ụzọ m ga-esi lụwo ya n'ihi na ọ mazuru ihe niile. Obi m siri ike na Chineke emeworo m ya. Ya gazie. May the blessing of Chukwuoke Premier be with you all. May you be protected. May you be favored. May you be blessed now and forevermore. Ya gazie. Udo dịrị unu.